So a question that that comes up sometimes is that, yes, you know, sorting a mortgage out can be stressful, but we can sort that out, kind of thing. What if, and things can go wrong with solicitors, things can go wrong with a survey on their house. Individually, these things are, you know, surmountable. But what about when it's really important? You know, what about when because you can understand someone getting really stressed if there's the dream house that they really want to have, or they're currently stuck in a relationship they don't want to be in and they need the mortgage approving to get out of that scenario, or the kids are going to start school soon and we need to be in catchment and we have got to get that house. You know, when it's a really important thing, it's more understandable that people get really stressed when something goes wrong.
Sure.
Whether it's like, you know, something that's, you know, insignificant probably has less of an impact. And when you're really right, when you really, you know, you're justified in being angry about something, how does knowing that it's just your thought and your thinking help in that moment?
Well, here's the thing I found, Pete, is when you're really justifiably angry, for instance, knowing that that's thought is different from telling yourself that that's your perceptual experience. If you know it, then it's like, well, whatever, fill your boots, be angry, it doesn't matter, because you know that you're okay, you know that things are going to work out. Because here's the thing, Pete, whether it's the dream home or the kids starting school, or you got to get out of the current, family home, or whatever it might be, there's no guarantees that that stuff's going to work. Like we all know that the house moving process can have snags in it, things fall through, all kinds of stuff happens. There's no guarantee that that's going to work. But what I can guarantee you is that you're going to be okay. When I say you're going to be okay, I'm talking about psychologically and emotionally. Who you already are cannot be damaged or harmed by the house move. So I can guarantee that. And I can guarantee that you're gonna, both now and when you've moved into the new place and every minute in between, you're gonna be living in the experience of the principle of thought in the moment, the creative process of life in the moment. Here's the thing, Pete. The feeling you're living in, the experience you're living in is all you get. That's all you get today. That's all you get in the new house. That's all you're ever going to get. You're going to get the experience that you're living in, the feeling you're living in. And so regardless of whether the house comes through or falls through, you're going to either spend the next 6 months living in an experience of happiness and well-being, or the next 6 months living in an experience of anger and stress, or the next 6 months living in an experience of frustration, or if you're more like me, a whole bunch of it. You'll be riding a roller coaster up and down, and you're going to get the experience you're living in. Regardless of what house you move into, regardless of how well or badly the process goes, regardless of any of that stuff, you're going to get the experience you're living in. You're going to get the feeling that you're living in. And the engine warning light's telling you about your engine, not the world, not the other people, that sort of thing. You know, there's a way in which the feelings of stress and worry and anxiety are sort of like the rumble strips on the edge of the highway, on the edge of the motorway. They're just letting you know, oh, you need to steer back to something. Because here's the other thing. There are lots of decisions to be made and lots of relationships involved when it comes to moving house. And you're going to find that you make better decisions and have better relationships when you're not living an experience of anger and frustration and stress. So there are very practical reasons for living in a better feeling, even though it does make us feel very important and dramatic to be in a stressed out, angry state a lot of the time. And I'm not saying that people have control over this. I'm not like, you know, we'll all, if we're going through hassle of one sort or another, we'll all have times where we fly off the handle or that sort of thing. But just knowing that actually there's not a dream homey enough dream home in the world to give you the feelings that can only come from within